Thank you. What would be the impact? I've just got two, and I'll try to make them quick. What would be the impact on Rogers of Globalive entering the market? The figure between 5 and 7 million subscribers, I think, was mentioned in conversations this morning. What would be the impact on Rogers?
Well, I mean, I'm sure Globalive will do a credible job. We face competition every day. We're going to face it with or without Globalive, and I think the market will be very competitive with them and very competitive without them.
So you're saying it doesn't have any impact on you?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say no impact. Obviously, every competitor is someone we take seriously, but it doesn't look to us like they are going to be anywhere near the force that, say, Videotron is going to be in the marketplace.
Okay, and the last question is, I'm trying to get a sense here of, and Conrad, sort of the chairman, kind of referred to it, is exactly what do you want us to do? I mean, there's the jobs, we're talking about Canadian control, Canadian interests. There's about 300 Canadians, 230, 240, somewhere between that, who are Globalive employees. And they have quite a bit of stake in this. What are you looking for? This company to restructure, meet the rules? You're looking for the proposal to be shelved, killed right now? I mean, there are, other than the people in this room, there are a lot of people who have something at stake here.
I give the same answer I gave to the chair. I think you have to reduce their role as a combined debt and equity holder, because their economic interest is too overwhelmingly huge. You have to make the vetoes a little more reasonable, and then those 5 other items that I identified, which are just not consistent with Canadian ownership and control.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon. I want to come back to something that I think you said, Mr. Engelhardt, about the auction fees should be seen as being seed money. I'm trying to understand how, if Roscom and Globalive decided to treat that as equity, it would change the situation. I mean, you seem to be implying that if it was equity and it was being borne by Roscom, it would all be fine. Why?
I guess what I'm saying is it is equity. It may be captured in a debt instrument, but it is equity in the sense that one normally describes equity. It is super equity, if you will, because it not only has the first claim over all the assets, it not only has all the benefits of equity, it also pays a handsome 18% interest rate. So my point was, I don't think you can really view it as they're trying to portray it, as some sort of temporary debt instrument that's going to be refinanced. That's just not a credible story. I think the reason they structured it this way is because we came up with around 83%, TELUS came up with around 82%. They appear to have something around 82, 83% of the economic interest, and if they took 83% of the equity, I think it would have not been approved. So they've split it up this way between 2 instruments, between share instruments and debt instruments, to make it look like they hold less equity. But the reality is they hold at least 82% of the economic interest.
But you wouldn't say that a spectrum license is not bankable?
I would not say that. No, it is. I think it provides security, yes.
Okay. And just on that issue, you equally as well purchase spectrum as well. And I saw yesterday you're going to recover that from your customers as opposed to your shareholder.
We recover all of our costs from our customers. It's the nature of being in business. If you don't recover your costs, you're not in business.
But you do recognize at this point in time they don't have the customers to recover it from, so it's got to come from somewhere.
I agree.
Okay. I want to come back to the issue of debt. And we heard a lot about the fact that the markets are very tight these days, if they haven't dried out completely. And I see Lorraine Daly off to your right, who's the master, I won't call you the mistress, the master of raising money in all the years. you must have some idea of what the market is like today. Rogers has gone through some tough times in the past as well, where it had to raise money, and it raised money at some pretty high rates as well. Can you shed some light as to where we've come from 12 months ago, where we are today, and where we're heading?
12 months ago, the market was open to us and was open to TELUS and companies of our stature, but it would certainly not have been open to a startup like Globalive. Today, with absolutely no cash equity in Globalive, I think I agree with them. It's probably extremely difficult to raise money today on any terms they would be willing to accept. I think Ken raises a good point. This company needs some cash base before you can be looking for debt financing. That would be my opinion.